As CNN's Jim Acosta drones on and on about an assault weapons ban, President Biden eyes a soft spot on the carpet and wonders who would notice if he laid down for one of his world-famous 15-hour disco naps. To remove any doubt that he's up for a second term, every now and then, Joe Biden will call reporters into the Oval Office to watch him ride out a Belushi speedball. That's what he does. He makes reporters sit in the Oval Office and watch him ride out a Belushi speedball to prove that he's up for a second term. During a White House ceremony celebrating Greek independence, a sore and slightly embarrassed Tom Hanks removed the microphone Joe Biden stuck up there and sheepishly explained, "Actually, Mr. President, it's my wife, Rita Wilson, who's Greek." Maybe not. Vice President Harris's state visit to Zambia was interrupted for 16 hours as she and her security detail retraced her idiot husband's steps to figure out where he dropped the brand new iPhone she bought him for last Christmas. Well, it should come as no surprise that so far, the #1 Daily Show fan favorite guest host is North Korean President Kim Jong-un. During an 8-minute tirade, Bernie Sanders accused Starbucks chief Howard Schultz on Wednesday of waging the most aggressive, anti-American, and illegal union-busting campaign in the history of our nation. Then the manager came over and told the senator, unless he's going to order something, he must leave. Actually, Bernie made those comments during hearings that he held Wednesday as chairman of the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Schultz only agreed to testify if Bernie promised the hearings would take place over the din of pretentious Natalie Merchant music, coupled with the sound of a barely functioning milk frother and the stench of stale water. It's like being at Starbucks, isn't it? As he sits down to testify before Bernie Sanders' committee, and the nausea turns into latent diarrhea in waiting, union-busting CEO Howard Schultz realizes that the microwaved egg and cheese sandwich he scarfed down on the limo ride over came from Starbucks. Not a good idea to eat the egg and cheese sandwich from Starbucks. Realizing the intestinal floodgates are about to burst, Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, in an abundance of caution, decided to fake sip his cappuccino venti. Nice product placement, but he was fake sipping his cappuccino venti out of an abundance of caution because his intestinal floodgates from the egg and cheese sandwich from Starbucks were about to burst open. I'm taking the night off. Saturday night. There are few things more pleasurable for Apple CEO Tim Cook than visiting one of his stores and referring to all the employees there as geniuses while he drips with sarcasm. He's a condescending son of a bitch.
And we still have some of those all-season slippers left.
Having spent all his money attempting to prove voter fraud in 2020, MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is now forced to work out of his home. He's working out of his home. So he's in a car. So he's living in his car. So he's working out of his home. I'm taking the night off. Saturday. In a heated exchange with Democrats during hearings on the weaponization of the Justice Department, Chairman Jim Jordan shouted, "You can say anything you want about my wife and daughters, But when you bring me into it, then it's personal. Some think Jim Jordan completely lost all credibility after he whipped out his boombox and ordered witnesses to recreate the elbow shuffle, a dance move made famous by One Direction. Not as good as the curly shuffle. You youngsters wouldn't remember the curly shuffle. Asked if she wants to eliminate Social Security, Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley said no, but she wouldn't mind stink fingering it to death. Wow, that's not right. While thinking of actor Hugh Jackman without his shirt on, former Vice President Mike Pence tells his penis how disappointed he is with it. Bad penis. Bad penis.